a big week ahead of us with the Fed, the CPI, stay in tune in June. The news of the day, obviously, is the extreme right did pretty well in the European elections. That's part of the reason for dollar strength. I was talking 105.50. We got to just beneath 105.40, and Euro's approaching that buy zone. Okay, so we're already there, have a little bit of an overthrow here. But on a day like this, with the euro down 56 and cable only down 12, and I'm still looking for lower numbers in cable, down under 26 and a half, maybe 26.30 or so, is not the kind of day that I would buy euro. I don't think you'd get hurt, but it's not the type of day when euro pound is breaking down. It broke down pretty good after, I thought we had this reversal here, and now we're breaking down under this 85, 84.80 level. You'll see right here, which, puts, makes euro the preferred short when this is going on. So that's another reason I'm not buying it here today. We'll see what happens if this is just political, but it's also yields. So I haven't done anything. Major news starts coming out Wednesday with CPI, then the Fed Thursday with, I think, PPI. So we have a couple of inflation numbers, but we are getting pretty close to where I want to be short the dollar up here at 105.50. I'm going to risk these highs here. If we start taking out this 106 and a half level, we're probably headed to 108. So there's the daily, but you'll see there are highs up here at 107. But I'm only going to risk these highs. I'm not going to risk these highs. So thinking that we stall around 50 before we start heading down again, close enough for government work, but the euro pound spread, euro pound pair, and the euro being the weak sister gives me pause. Still trying to be patient for this move. Look at where these moving averages intersect right here on the weekly. 26.10, 26.20. So I would almost key my euro buy off when the pound gets down to these levels, see where the euro's at. And if it's not breaking down, that would be the time to buy it. Similar situation in Aussie, where I still think that the Aussie can work lower from where it is currently. Maybe down here, I was talking about 65.20-ish. 64.96, 65 cents down there is 61.8. So that's another reason I'm not, aggressively fading the dollar yet. I want to, but it's not there yet. Yen is up a bit. I think if we get up to above 158, there could be a sale there in the end. So we'll see what happens with the inflation numbers. Plus, you have BOJ this week too. So actually haven't done one thing today. I have a plan. I could have started to nibble at euro. I don't think you're going to get hurt if you nibble at it, but I'm going to try and stick to my disciplines. And these are not the days that I buy euro when it's down 56 with cable only down 11. So I have other things to key off of. And, there still could be another move higher in Dixie, 105.50, 105.55 up here. So we're approaching it. Be ready. I think it's this week, and that's something else to pay attention to. Now, what also lifted the dollar besides what happened in Europe over the weekend was the big move in yields after the NFP number. The headline number was strong, but if you looked into the report, there are some soft spots in the employment report. So my view is just like I'm thinking 105.50 in Dixie, I'm looking for a lower high in yields. I think 450 should be it. wrong over the 78.6 level. So TLT could be a buy. It's opening lower, 91.06 down about 40. So, right around these levels, 90 and a half or so, uh, maybe use a 90 stop. We'll see what happens. But I'm still thinking that there could be more left to this rally in yield. So Friday interrupted this. We'll see if this was, right now it's looking like a false breakout. But we'll see what happens with the yields at that 460 level. Now, metals are getting a pretty good bounce here, but they got bludgeoned on Friday. Gold was down $80. So when I look at intraday, although here's a 4 hour, although we're trying to turn here, I don't think we're there yet. I've been talking 22.50, so that's another $50. Same with silver, held this 29 level, but I'm looking at 28 and a half to 28. So, similar to the dollar, maybe, a little bit more strength in the dollar will take the metals down to these levels. But, one caution I have, and we're not open yet, but let's just take a look at an ETF of the larger gold stocks. And when I look at this, um, we had a couple false breakouts over 36. And I think I could be patient about buying the miners now and let them reset. I've put in some fib numbers. 31.58 is halfway back. Maybe that's where we're going, 31 and a half. Maybe we could even push 30 at the 61.8 levels. So the expression I would use now is don't chase it, let it come to you, and let's see what happens at lower levels. Uh, you could maybe put a piece on, partials on at 31.58, so a couple hundred points from here, and add on if it gets down to 30.18, because that's going to be where the 200-day is going to have confluence with 61.8. So that tells me I could still be a little cautious on the miners. Let's see how they're going to open. They're like, they're only calling it 20 cents higher, and that's not that much compared to gold being up $17. So I still think there's more left for a buy on the downside for buying opportunities in the miners. And as I said last week, I know the S&Ps are lower here today, and maybe they're going to work lower, but I'm waiting for a couple of things to happen here in the S&Ps, and they're based upon the Dow, which I still think has a chance to rally up at least 61.8, 78.6, and I'm not ruling out one more high, which would give us a 3-drive formation. Pretty classic. Confirmed here, diverged here, and at new highs over 40,000, I believe it will diverge again. The other candidate is Amazon and the financials. So here's XLF, same type of scenario here. Actually looks a little stronger than the Dow, but yet a confirmed high here, diverging high here, and we'll see what the RSI reading is at if we get to new highs or when we get to new highs on the XLF. And the last one I'm looking at is Amazon. Similar, pretty classic. Don't believe we'll get over 80 if we make new highs in the NASDAQ. Best guess is option expiration and the solstice around the 21st. So the takeaway is the dollar is rallying and FX pulling back into looking for buy zones and long positions there, trying to be patient on buying the miners and looking for one more hurrah in these last 3 charts I've shown you for a potential attempt at a 3-drive to a top formation there. So that's a wrap. We're going to have a busy week. I have Luke Roman with us on Wednesday. Luke has a huge following. And tune in to find out what Luke's version in this financial environment of zero coupon bonds are. And Mike will be on a bit later today, and I'll be with Mike tomorrow on Tuesday, give you some updates on currencies, see what's happening today sitting on my hands. Sometimes the right trade is no trade. So don't just count your pips, count your blessings, be patient, and I'll see you in the room. Adios.